This is a new month and the same old nothing from the government of the Bahamas concerning Abaco and Abaconians. I just want the world to know because Abaco, we don't really get any news. The news that we get is what I do from WhatsApp, trying to educate the world to what is happening in Abaco. Just Friday, the government of the Bahamas shut the food store down. 5 o'clock, the Prime Minister announced that nobody in Abaco can get food until Monday at 8 o'clock. What the Prime Minister ought to have known, because he's Prime Minister, is that Abaco people get food daily. Because in 8 months, this absolutely worthless government cannot bring water nor electricity to my district of Marshaba, Central Pines, Dundas, and Murphytown. It's just pockets of people that has this luxury. 8 months in. You imagine an island of Abaco before the hurricane. It is estimated that Abaco alone, all of Abaco, Hopetown, Manawa, Guanakey, Bakers Bay, Treasure Key, Grain Tittle Key, put in excess of $50 million in the Treasury. In most states, that money would stay here, but we haven't got it right here. We have local government. I'm elected for 4 terms as a local government member in my district of Dundas Town. You imagine, for 20 years, we have put over $50 million into the Treasury of the Bahamas. We get very little of that money back. But now we have had a hurricane. You would think that the government of the Bahamas, 8 months in, would have bring some of that money back to help people get back to some normalcy. No. All that's happened is that they bring their people in, doing construction, and taking every dollar through the construction business, the cleanup business, out of Abaco. 8 months in, we have had international donors from all over the world that donated monies to Abaco. There was one time the government used to tell us what money they have collected on behalf of Abaco and Freeport. That has stopped months ago. We don't know what they have collected, but we know what they haven't done. Abaco people is now coming into a hunger. We need food because there's no jobs, there's no money. I drive taxi. I haven't had a decent salary in 8 months. The bill's still coming in, still got to pay a mortgage, but there's no sense of care from this FNM government and this prime minister. You imagine you elect a person, a congressman, and Katrina goes through Florida, and you haven't heard from the governor, you haven't heard from your congressman, you haven't heard from your president. Yet, 8 months in, neither one of these elected people has had a meeting in the most affected areas of Abaco. Not one meeting in 8 months. 8 months in, they still got a dead in the back of a trailer. That is a World Guinness Book record. There has been no country that house their dead in a trailer 8 months in. I keep saying, they had an earthquake in Haiti. 4,000 Haitians died, and they buried them less than 3 weeks. This is the Haitian, the poorest country in the Caribbean, buried 4,000 people in less than 2 weeks. 8 months in, this government, this prime minister have not buried our dead yet. 8 months in. $45,000, 45 to 50 million with an M, capital M, Abaco has put in the treasury for over 20 years. You think we could get 145 million injected into Abaco. To date is the 5th day of April 2020, Palm Sunday. To date, we have not seen any of the money that were collected on behalf of Abaco. Just 2 islands. You imagine just 2 islands? Grand Bahama and Abaco. What if the whole Bahamas would have felt the brunt of Hurricane Dorian? Just 2 islands, 8 months in, the government of Bahamas cannot get up and running. Neither can they bury our dead. We're going to die from the disease of the trailer of the dead that is in the back of the clinic, of all places. The aroma of the dead you could smell coming through the clinic. 8 months in, somebody going to die because of that. We're now worrying about a new disease, Corona-19. But what are the disease that we are going to incur from the government lack of responsibility by refusing to bury our dead that is still in the back of a trailer? It is hard to be an Abaconian. It is hard to be a Bahamian under this FNM regime. No respect for people that has went through so much. Not even a word, not even a sit down with the people of Abaco for 8 months. I want to thank God for America. I want to thank God for the Americans, because if it wasn't for the Americans, where would Abaco be? And everybody from Abaco knows what I'm talking about. If it wasn't for the Americans, you imagine people come from all over America to help to gut our place, to fix our roof, and the defense force and the police force has been brutal towards us. Have been stealing. Just last week, the defense force steal the generators. We can't even get generators that were given to us. They have them in a trailer for the past month, and we can't get our own generators. Our armed forces is keeping those stuff from us. Refusing. One woman that the government opened a ministry for. Didn't open it for her, opened it for Hiram Lewis, a minister responsible. But so far, Hiram Lewis has been swept on the side for K. Forbes Smith. Hiram got more Abaconian than him than K. Forbes Smith. He has roots from Grand Key. We would have preferred to see Hiram Lewis because K. Forbes Smith acts like a dictator. You imagine people don't have any electricity, and the generators, in the amount of 40, 50 generators was donated, and they're sitting under the watchful eye of the stealing defense force, the armed service. 8 months in, no direction. Now we got to duck and dodge because of a virus. No help from this FNM government. 8 months in. 8 months in. Thank God for the Americans. Me, myself, personally, thank God that I have some American friends that I could have survived through this hardship. In this country, we have a lot. But greed, the people that took our monies, the government is holding Abaco hostage. They're holding the progress of Abaco by holding our monetary funds to ourselves, to themselves. We have not seen or heard what they intend to do with the monies that they collected. We cannot get supplies as simple as nails, tacks, plywood, felt. You would think they would have rented a boat and have these things come to us readily. But all they're doing is lip service with all this beautiful duty-free. How could you afford duty-free and you have no money? You have no job. You're going from day to day. When are we going to see the monies? When are we going to have some help from this uncaring government that have our money that the international community has given to us, have our money hold hostage 8 months in? This will go down in history as the worst government in the history of this country. 8 months, it will go on to 9 months, and they will still would not bury our dead, refuse. That is so bad it is in this country with this government. When you cannot bury dead, you're dead after 8 months, going to 9 months. Our dead is still sitting in a trailer, at a hospital, in Mashaba, with all the viruses going on. We cannot bury our dead. And we said that we are governing. Governing who and what? This is the worst I've ever seen in my lifetime. God help us, because this government has refused to help Abaco and Abaconians. This is one of these Kai Care videos to let the world know that this government can't bury our deads and refuse to tell us what they've done with the money and what they're going to do with the monies that they collected on our behalf. 8 months in, we can't get electricity 20 miles in Abaco. We can't get water from the airport into Dundastan 3 miles. We can't get water fix. 8 months in.